Welcome back, my business besties. I'm so thrilled to finally have this conversation with you. We're going to be talking about why you need a CRM in 2026. You may not even know what a CRM is, and it's about to solve your biggest problem. I didn't have one when I had my clinic, and let me tell you, if I had a clinic now, you need one in 2026. It is no longer the COVID days when it was easy. Let me tell you what a CRM is. It is not an EHR. I'm going to define it, and then I'll tell you how it is different than an EHR or practice management system. Use Jane for that, okay? That's where your clients are. A CRM stands for Customer Relations Management. It's kind of a confusing word, but what it means is all of your inquiries, which I'll sometimes call a lead, lands in one place. That means every missed call, phone call, contact form, consult call that's booked, you can see in one place, and then your admin doesn't miss things. Then your admin can visually see through the client journey and help them convert. A CRM is your conversion engine. It is different than an EHR because it's converting leads into clients. And the moment they become a client, they go into your EHR. So in your head, I want you to think CRM is leads. It's a conversion engine that is going to convert all inquiries and move them into Jane app, Simple Practice, whatever you use. That's where you have everything happen once all the future scheduling, all the note-taking, the billing, all the things, all of that won't change. So right now, you don't have one. And all of the leads are spread out in all of the places. And up until now, I've tried to solve the problem with multiple spreadsheets. If you work with me, you have a lot of spreadsheets. You've got your consult call tracker, you have an inquiry sheet, you've got your follow-up tracker, you've got your sales metrics. I give you 4 different sheets. But then here's what happens. First, I'll give you a stat. If you don't respond to an inquiry within 5 minutes, your conversion rate goes down by 8 times. That's 800%. And because they don't all land in one place, they typically don't get responded to. I'll give you an example. Multiple people have told me this, but just recently, our accounting expert said in the Clinic Growth Map coaching call, she was looking for therapy. She helps therapists for a living. She had to reach out to 5 clinics. So she reached out to 5. 1 got back to them. Guys, 1 got back to them. And it's literally because they have all these sheets, but because all the leads and inquiries, there's no visual, there's no place where they all go. Of course, they get lost. But the really sad part is that I bet you those 4 clinics who lost the lead, did not respond to an inquiry, are thinking, my marketing's not working, but their marketing is working. They're bringing traffic to their website. Their website is converting. That person is reaching out and it's getting lost. And I'm solving that problem for you now. In 2026, the speed to the lead matters more than it ever has. You are now competing, my friend, against the private equity firms. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to get sued. But you know who they are, the big conglomerates that are on there. Guess what they're using? Oh yeah, they're using a CRM. They have a sales team, which is why in the future episodes, I'm going to share with you, I actually think you need a sales team now. You need an intake coordinator. We'll get there in future episodes, but you absolutely need a CRM. And if you think about it, it's so mind-blowing to me because every other industry has a CRM. How could you function without it? And I'm so sorry that it's taking me this long to realize it. I did a bunch of research and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I think here's the thing. I think you'll agree with this. We got away with it for a while because after COVID, it was just too easy. You could not respond and they just kept emailing you because they needed help. But now in 2026 and beyond, that is no longer the case. So we have to lean into what the other industries are doing, and that is a CRM. I kept hearing this stat. You hear it all the time, I'm sure. We heard it from all of our experts because I'm so immersed in your life. 1,000 group practices I've created. Well, they've created, but I was holding their hand during it. And again, the leads are getting lost. In 2025, this new phenomenon came out and I lost my mind. It was called the automatic text back. Okay. You're going to get this. in a CRM that I created for you. That's coming in a sec. Imagine a world where if you missed a call, because you miss calls, life happens, your admin is on the phone with someone else or doing billing or off or in the bathroom or in the kitchen, and that person got an automatic text back. The same thing happened for contact forms, for most of your inquiries. What if it was all automatic? So when I heard this feature came out, I was thinking, okay, I need to bring an expert in to give this to my members, because I give them a sheet and then they have to pay a human to call to fill out the sheet. It is long, and it is, honestly, it's so 2024. We can't do that anymore. And then I went researching and I said, wait, what if I don't bring in an expert? What if I actually create this for them? What if everything was automatic, where the lead landed in a pipeline? You can visually see who's being converted. Your admin has a very clear conversion rate. They're doing the consult, but it gets better. What if, and no one solved this yet, but it's coming at you with the CRM that I'm releasing very soon. I'll tell you about that in a second. You could see the lead, but you actually saw where it came from. You could see immediately that, oh, this person called and they came from a Google ad, or they came from SEO, or they came from that Family Doctor or Psychology Today. What would that change for you? Well, it would change your marketing, top of funnel, because then you would see, oh, wow, I'm investing in ads, but I'm actually not getting leads from ads. I'm getting leads from Family Doctors. I'm going to double up on that. Or more people are calling than consult call book. That's interesting. I need my admin to be picking up that phone more. Thank God I have automatic text back. I created a CRM just for you. It is called Clinic Monk, and it is being released this fall. You need a CRM. I just happened to create one for you because I know we've been hanging out, haven't we? So I'm listening. I know a lot of the issues, and I was you just a little while ago. What I added to Clinic Monk just for you is also automation. So if somebody doesn't book on the consult call, you can visually see that in the pipeline. Or if they don't even book a consult call, you can see that stage too. They're in different stages. And they automatically get sent your lead magnet. Now you're thinking, oh shoot, I don't have one of those. I was also listening to that. After working with a lot of you, over 1,000, almost nobody gets to that learning lesson in the clinic growth map because they're so busy with all the other things. There's so much. You have to build the container, fill the container, grow the container. It's a lot. And I work with you for 6 months. It's not an infinite amount of time, but a lead magnet, I've created it for you. You will love it. It is really high value, but it's also general enough that almost everybody would be like, yes, I want that. For example, it's called 3 Simple Ways to Feel Better When Everything Feels Like Too Much. Who doesn't want that? Oh my. So I created it for you. And there's automations within Clinic Monk. Up until now, I've talked to you about systemizing, but now, my beautiful friend, it's about automation. Can you imagine that as soon as somebody doesn't book, or let's say they ghost, the lead just goes cold, they've looked into insurance and then they're just not responding. Isn't that so annoying? They filled out the contact form and then they don't respond. It's like, what the heck? Well, they get moved to this stage, did not book, and then they get sent the lead magnet. So at least you're nurturing them. And I promise you, they come back. People just need a moment sometimes to make the big decision that I'm ready for therapy. I always said you need a high converting website to grow. That will always be true. But now that website will not convert because you have a booking problem. I bet you your booking rate is low. Now you need a high converting website, and you also need a CRM to track all of those leads and convert them. Think about it. You're bringing people to the website, but the devastating thing is more people are leaving. They're bouncing because you're busy or because you don't have an admin yet. Remember I said within 5 minutes, if you don't respond, you lose them. I'm going to go as far as to say that not having a CRM is dangerous. Picture this. You have a child. They're going on a field trip. They're going somewhere on a bus. You're a bit nervous, right, about this field trip. You ask the teacher, Okay, I just want to make sure. So you're going to be tracking them, like you're going to count all the kids, make sure they get on the bus, make sure they get off the bus, keep tabs. And the teacher looks at you and says, no, we don't track. We just kind of hope for the best. Would you let your child go on that bus? You would not. That's how we're running our businesses up until now. Isn't this mind blowing? I'm so committed. After this podcast, like I said, share it. I'm always here to disrupt our industry. And the word CRM will echo through all the therapists now. It will be that everyone has one. It's almost going to be, mark my words, 2027. It would be like someone not having an EHR. Wouldn't that be like, whoa, what? It's so old school. That's so 2005. That's what a CRM is going to feel like in the future. Everybody will have one. I picture you're working so hard. You have this boat and you're driving it. But up until now, you have not been looking at the gauges, not actually tracking. Where are we going? How are the gauges? How is my fuel? Where's the actual steering wheel? Where is it all coming from? You're fishing so hard in the back of the boat. You're not paying attention to all the metrics and all the gauges. And guess what? You're fishing in the wrong pond, but you don't even know it. I have to say, I have a phone number for the McCants method, and it's just for my Google business profile. My SEO guy said you should have a phone number. So I got one. And it's connected to Clinic Monk because you get a phone number through there. And I called myself to make sure it worked, and it rang to my cell phone. It was forwarded. And then I got an automatic text back from myself. Let me tell you, people aren't doing this yet. I bet you don't know one practice that has an automatic text back when they miss a call. So when they miss that call, they're not going to pick up the phone and call the next person. Or if they do, I bet you, because I would do this, I would go with the practice that is innovative. I would go with the practice that sent me that text saying, we're sorry, we missed your call. Here's the online booking, and we'll call you back in 30 minutes. It is impressive. It will have you stand out, and it is the future. I am releasing the CRM Clinic Monk in the fall. There's an early release for members. If you are a member or a graduate of the Clinic Growth Map, I promise you will always get 10% off. That is a promise. And also you're going to get early access. So you can ignore what's in the show notes because you have your own launch party happening in September. But for everybody else, there's a link in the show notes. Sign up for the wait list. Keep an eye on the date because the launch party's coming and you want to get your hands on this and be the first. Be innovative. Have this be your competitive edge because my God, don't we need one in 2026. Clinic Monk will increase your show rate because of all the automatic text getting them there. It will increase your conversion rate. It will increase your ROAS, your return on ad spend. If you work with me, you know what that is. Basically, it's the money that you're investing in SEO and Google Ads. Any money that you're investing in marketing, you're actually going to convert the leads now. And the great news is you're not spending any money. You're just actually working the leads and converting the leads that you have. They're not bouncing. And the best part, you'll get better quality leads because you'll know where they're coming from. I got this many leads and this many clients from all of these different marketing sources: SEO, Google Ads, Psychology Today, family doctors, friends, other therapists, like you name it, it's all there. So social media, it will tell you where they came from. But here's the interesting thing is a Google Ads company or an SEO company that you're paying for, that you trust, might be feeding you leads. And they're saying, they call them conversions because that's the marketing term. So they're saying you've had this many conversions. Well, what does that mean? A conversion just means someone who reached out. The Google Ads company said I got quote conversions, which means contact form submissions, maybe consult call bookings, phone calls. But my calendar's empty. I don't understand. Well, in Clinic Monk, it doesn't just show you the leads, but it shows you the qualified leads. And then you can go back to that company that you're paying with your hard-earned money and say, oh, thanks so much for the 40 leads, but let me just show you what I'm tracking here. And a lot of them aren't qualified. When you bring in a lead that isn't qualified and you don't know, you bring it to coaching with me because we have these conversations week after week, and we don't know where the problem is. It's like, okay, is the website not converting? Is it something to do with a therapist and you feel lost? And then I try to help you and audit, and we don't always know because up until now, we had no tracking system. We had no data. Now you're going to be knowledgeable when you're working with these companies and making your marketing decisions. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous. I wish I still had a group practice because I would kill it with the CRM. And this is like, I just can't wait. I cannot wait. You have to tell me all about it. I'm going to be tracking everything. Send me all the good news, will you? So I can share it with others. We really want to help each other grow. I cannot wait to see you at my launch party for Clinic Monk. I'm going to show you under the hood on this podcast. Just jump into YouTube. I'll remind you of that so you can see, but I hope you can attend live. And for now, join the waitlist. I'm so excited for you, and I'll see you next week.